Hello everyone, can you all hear me? I think you can, yes you can. How are we all today? Welcome to a random stream. I wasn't going to stream today. I won't say it just in case I don't say it. I'm looking really yellow because I messed around with the camera and now I can't get it back to where it was. That's why it looks like I got jaundice, but I haven't. But how are we all today? It's hanging alright, Hamato. I'll say my hellos in a bit. But I thought we'd have a chat about stuff. Watching on a laptop down YouTube, my TV is active. No problem. And by the way, where are you? Where are you? I saw your name just now. Sarah Bowman, I hope you feel better soon. And I hope you get out of the hospital soon. Jaundice looks okay to me. I'm really yellow. I'm not usually this yellow. I don't know what's going on with my camera. I've messed stuff up. Don't know what I've done. I've cocked it up. Yeah. But yeah, I mean we can chat about anything, but the Conjuring House is on the topic of today, I reckon. And we'll go through some stuff, good or bad. Look like you just got back from Spain. I wish. I haven't had a holiday for a very long time. You look Ned. I don't know what that means, Jen. Tanned, okay, right. Maybe I'll get those tan wipes. Remember that? I told that story when I was in the pub one day and I tan wiped myself in the beer garden. Maybe I'll do that. But anyway, before we go further. Excuse me, Catherine Lawrence, welcome. Mamaps, how's it going? Tartan Kelpie, welcome. Josh, what's up? Sugar Plum, what's up? Michael Smoto, welcome. Heidi, how's it going? Agony Goose, welcome. Mish Bobs, welcome. Jenny J, welcome. Sarah Bowman, how's it going? Lisa D, welcome. Hamato, welcome. Firefly Kelly, welcome. Susan Hornby, how's it going? Celtic Queen, welcome. Paula Williams, how's it going? Carly Newton, how's it going? Sorry. Sam A, welcome. Foggy Morning, how's it going? Jan R, welcome. A windy honestly, I've almost got blown off the road a few times the last 2 days. Incoming grant, well, no, I'm not going to grant. Jen, I don't think I'm going to. Well, you never know. Edward McCrindle, welcome. Sorry. Rebecca Keynes, how's it going? Too many carrots. I like carrots. I don't know if it's true to the myth that they make you see at night. I don't know. Mycroft Holmes, welcome. Tina, how's it going? Ruby Moon, welcome. Merlin Maggie, how's it going? Mr. Grey or Yellow, yeah. I've done something. Girly Twirly, welcome. Peter Jean Dobry. Excuse me. Maureen Kilberth, welcome. Loomy Bear, welcome. Just cut front yard grass, totally winded. After a month of grass mowing here in Florida. Don't get me started on garden work. I was supposed to do it this summer, but stuff came up, so I couldn't. I know the weather is shit, so I'm not going to. I have to do it soon. It's... Every time I look at it, it depresses me. Excuse me. Casey Keith, welcome. Cobalt Dragon, how's it going? I think I have everyone, do I? I think I do. By the way, I'm on midway through season 3 of The Expanse. And I forgot that show. As good as that show is, I forgot it just gets better by the season. Every single season is it's one of the best shows ever made. I'm just saying. Just thought I'd put that out there, Coral Dealey Walker, welcome. I don't know what the nope is, but welcome. So yeah, I saw Seg's post this morning. The side-eye guy. I'm going to lean back. And Jason... I was going to say Jason Voorhees then for some reason. Jason Hawes put a video out about a GoFundMe, which we'll go over now. Alexis Artemis, welcome. If that's how I'm going to look after eating a salad, I'm definitely starting with chopping these carrots. You will get 100% night vision with eating carrots. Kitvar is true. Sorry. I had a tickle in my throat I could not get rid of then. What was I saying? Oh yeah, carrots is true. Anyway. Slice on all day. Yeah, it's horrible out there. It's horrible. I just took my mother somewhere in the car. Like an hour drive there, an hour drive back. It's bloody dangerous out there at the moment, if you ask me. I'm okay, Maureen. I just had a tickle in my throat. I've just eaten, by the way, before asking. I've just had one of them. It was really bloody nice. A firecracker chicken. Maybe it's the heat of the firecracker that's at the back of my throat. Craig Adams, welcome. Susan Hornby, I don't know if I said lost, so I'll say it again. Why would Jason Hawes need to GoFundMe? Well, I mean, is he a millionaire? I don't know. But even if he was, it's a lot of money, 1.5 million, I believe. I think that's how much he's looking for in the GoFundMe. I don't know if that's how much the cost of the place is. I don't know, but we'll go over the stuff now. I have eaten pre-stream Mishbobs, yes, because it's a Saturday and I haven't just flown from work. So it's all good. And yes, Celtic Queen, Danger is indeed my middle name. Facts. I like you want to believe, yeah. I had to get one. I've been wanting one for a while, so I made one myself in work. I had to have it. I wish it was a bit bigger though, because I do want to believe. Trust me. People think I'm just a closed-minded skeptic. Trust me, I want to believe in everything. But you can't ignore the facts. I'm just saying. Excuse me. Barbara, welcome. A kettle-activated noodle is not food. No. That's not pot noodle. That's actual rice with chicken, microwaved, understandable, yes, but it was not a pot noodle. That was an actual chicken with rice and like hot sauce or something. That's why it's on the back of my throat right now. And that's why I've just smoked like about 20 cigars. Sounds like I've smoked like 20 cigars, I meant to say. But anyway. I have a soft spot for Jason Hawes since I watched from the very beginning, hoping he is raising funds to save a historic house and not because he's lied and says all the time he didn't want it. We'll get into some stuff now. Laura Wilson, welcome. I have some controversial opinions about Jason. Well, to be honest, look, you know me, right? All opinions are welcome. Don't be nasty about it. But all opinions are welcome in this chat. Whether you like him or don't like him, or whether you like the Conjuring House or the Arnold Estate, I'm going to call it, or you don't like it, all opinions are welcome. Just be cool about it. That's all I ask. I'm not going to slam you down for an opposite opinion to myself. Just so you know. Mary Gin Juice, welcome. A microwave activated noodle. It was not a noodle, Loomy Bear. Don't get me started. Although I do like a microwave activated noodle, thank you very much. When you're on the go like me, or / lazy bastard, microwave stuff works. Are you saying Jason Hawes wants the Conjuring House? I thought he didn't want anything to do with the place. We'll go over it now. I'm going to let some more people come in first. But like I said, anyone's opinions are welcome. Just be cool about it. That's all, right? That's all I ask. Seems like a very nice guy, though, opinions aside. I agree. I agree on that part, definitely. So he wants to buy it for his kid and partner to keep doing the alphabet tap grift. I did like him more in the early days when he was into total debunking to see if anything unexplained is left. But to the bone, welcome. I like the pasta mug shots. Yeah, me too. Yeah, unlike a lot of people, now, straight off the bat, Jason Hall seems like a very nice dude to me. He does. I've never interacted with him. And like a lot of people, I was never a fan of Ghost Taps or Ghost Hunters, whatever it's called back in the day. I always found the program extremely cringe. I couldn't watch it, right? That's my opinion on the show. So, you know, when Jason Hall started getting in with debunkers, I wasn't. How can I say it? I'm being in the nicest possible way. I wasn't starstruck by him because I just wasn't into the show myself. Not to say it was a bad show. I just thought it was. I didn't like the Americanized reality TV show aspect of that show. That's what I didn't like. Yeah, the crash zooms and the with the dramatic music. I can't deal with that stuff. And you know, British shows have that as well. I'm not just saying it's an American thing, but you know, British shows have that as well. But Ghost Hunters Taps was synonymous for that kind of, in my eyes, cringe-inducing viewing. Sorry, I couldn't watch it. That's why I've never been, you know, oh my god, Jason knows. And I'm not saying other people like that, by the way, before we get into, you know, just in case. But that's just the way I look at it. You know, I think he seems like a nice guy. And that's about it. I doubt he's a millionaire, though. TV takes so much of the profits. He did say the network didn't want them running the episodes where stuff was debunked. They only wanted haunteds. Yeah. I have no idea if he's a millionaire. And, you know, even if he is, it still shouldn't be just on him to pay all the money. I understand that part, 100%. I absolutely hate the sound effects. Ghost Hunters had those loud bass drum booms that drove me nuts. Me too, Foggy Morning. Me too. And every time a TV show has that kind of thing, it instantly makes me switch off. I've always been like that. There are bidders come from different parts of the world with millions of dollars. Will Jason refund people on GoFundMe if he cannot obtain it? Yes, but Born, I believe, because I just watched his video. He did. Well, I don't know if he said it in the video, but if you go to the GoFundMe, we'll look at some stuff now. But if you go to his GoFundMe page, it does say if he doesn't win, all money donated will be refunded. So that is a fact. It will be refunded. I've learned to be careful about who I say I will support until I speak to them directly. Way too many grifters and clickbaiters out there makes me very sad here. Janine, welcome. Sorry if I've missed people coming in, by the way. Andy Brown, welcome. I have a bit of criticism for you. Absolutely. I flew over the UK twice this week, and neither time did I see Parple's nose. That picture in your background is fake. No. See, Andy, that's where you're wrong. It's not fake. Where is it? Where is it? Where's Parple gone? Oh, there he is. So he's there. That wasn't in the UK. That was when he was sunbathing. I think he was in Spain or Greece or something. That's not in the UK. That's when he was sunbathing in Greece. So somewhere. So, you know, fact debunked, Andy. But welcome, by the way. I think he did say, yeah, he's already said he'd refund if they didn't win the GoFundMe or whatever. I don't know. Where did the dragon go? It keeps falling off. I actually don't know where it is. But it kept falling off there. So no, I don't know where it is. Yeah, I generally don't know where it is. I don't know what I've done with it. Reese Rob, welcome. If you specify you want to go to other restorations, I'll go to that if the funding fails. You can't afford to buy it. Debunk the Junk, welcome. It's been about 2 weeks since the paranormal has had a good controversy. Time to get the pot. I don't think it's controversial. I mean, right, let's get into stuff. So, I watched the video, and he doesn't name the people he's trying to stop from buying, but I think it's a good idea that, because, what's his name? Elton Casti from, is it Overnight? I always forget. I don't know them that much. But they were, or they sort of insinuated that they were going to buy the Conjuring, we'll call it the Conjuring House, the Arnold Estate, whatever you want to do. Why so serious? I don't know, but welcome. But I think Jason Hawes is sort of pushing out the idea that he wants to stop people like that from buying the Conjuring House, the same thing they've done with the Warren Museum now. Buying it, and it's to become, I don't know if it's in his words, but to become an overpriced haunted attraction. No. In my opinion, that's where it's always been, an overpriced haunted attraction. It's very expensive it was expensive to go there for a group or for like a small amount of people. So I always think, you know me when it comes to paranormal tourism, I think 99% of places, supposed haunted places, they charge way too much in my eyes. And I think in his words, he's trying to stop the likes of overnight buying the Conjuring House, getting all their, mates to go there, charge a ridiculous amount. Like the Warren House. I don't care what anyone says. The Warren House is massively overpriced. And I'll stick to that. So I can understand that part of it myself. Right? What's the dragon's name? Drake. Alexis. Right, let me catch up on chat for me. Anne Wilkinson, welcome. Jason never wanted it, and now he does. They have to get the tapping mechanisms out of the house before people see it. He says in the video he still does not want it. Or he 100% didn't want it. But now he has to have it, to stop other people from turning it into a haunted attraction. But like I said, it in my eyes it already was. And it does look bad for the people who didn't like Jason Hawes, because for the last 2 years, him and what's her name, Jackie? I can't remember her name now. Was having this back and forth, and she was saying he absolutely wants this house. He's going to buy this house, and he's like, no, I'm not. But now he is. But like I said, I think on the surface, at least, his intentions seem honourable. And I don't know the guy. Maybe he is absolutely 100% real what he's saying. I don't know him, so. But I find it odd to set up a GoFundMe for that kind of thing. I do find that odd myself. Well, yes, Zach Bagans throws a bit. He has the money out here. Yeah, well, that's another person I think is interested in the Conjuring House, is Zach Bagans. And we all know what it's going to turn into. If that happens. Like I said, it's the same thing that happened to the Warren House with the overnight channel. They bought it, and now it's the overnight house. They don't call it that, but that's what it is. And they get all their mates to come in and react in a massively over-the-top, ridiculous way to something really mundane as a knock. And that's what happens. Then they can start charging a lot of money. So I don't know. I think it's strange he wants to buy it. Apparently he's been asked to buy it, by a lot of people to buy it. Creestorm, welcome. Andrea Perrin did a plea. She has stage 4 cancer and begged Jason to buy it so someone that appreciates the history. The thing is, right, I'm a history guy, right? I've said this so many times. I hope someone buys that place for the history, because it's from the Civil War era. It's got a lot of history regarding that area in Rhode Island, apparently. So that history, I'm all for it. All bloody for it. But when it comes to the Conjuring haunting, that's not history. That's stories told by people who supposedly experienced them. That's not history to me. That is stories, basically. So if you're buying it, in my eyes, if you're buying it just for the Conjuring history, you're buying it for the wrong reasons, in my eyes. That's my opinion on that. Sorry. Scorpion Midas, welcome. Steve Lacey, how's it going? Sorry, I'm trying to catch people coming in. Sorry. Tom44, welcome. I'd rather see it get demolished than have fakers take ownership of it. I wouldn't like to see a building like that get demolished, to be honest with you, because, like I said, it is an historic building, but not for the reasons people think it is. Perhaps instead of chasing ghosts for the drama and spectacle, we'd find more answers if we asked ourselves why we're hunting them in the first place. Yeah. Bidders have to show up with a check for 25 grand and have it paid in 30 days. I hope the people who've been speaking with lawyers in town get it. Well, someone in my Discord before I went live asked, does America have like protected buildings? And they do have grade listed protected buildings. I think it's with some American Historical Society or something like that. I can't remember the exact name now. But they do have protected buildings. So I am a bit confused why the Arnold estate, the Conjuring House, is not under protected status when it comes to that. Or maybe it used to be, but because it's been touted as a haunted attraction for so many years now, maybe the society thought, bugger it, we're not bothered. We're not interested, you know? I wouldn't knock it down. It's historic, older than the Civil War. Exactly. I would not knock it down. I'm all for preserving buildings when it has a real history attached to it. I'm all for that. That's why I wouldn't want to see it knocked down. Ridiculous, Loomy Bear. What even is GoFundMe? It's not GoFund My Home. No. Well, I mean, anyone can put up a GoFundMe. The thing with the GoFundMe, right, I do find that odd. Not because he should buy it himself. I have nothing to do with that. When it comes to GoFundMes, I think they should be done for very good causes, like Beardo's mind health thing he did a couple of weeks ago. That kind of GoFundMe is great. I think when it's for a building, for a building with history, the real history, I'm okay with that. But for the haunted history, which is not actual history, it's mishmashed stories told by some people. That's not history to me. You know? That's the problem I have with that. If he buys it though, a GoFundMe is not really buying it, but he legally owns it. I mean, if he buys it, yeah, he legally owns it. I think he said he put it under an LLC, so would he own it then? I'm not sure. I don't know, actually. We sold out history for theatrics long ago. More power and adrenaline of the ghost chase than historical education. I agree. Amy's Crit bought The Cage. Yes. Again, bought on a story of a witch many years ago. It's crazy. Bookie, welcome. If you ask to pay thousands for a ghostly experience, I want Scooby-Doo style hologram effects and an old Mr. Giant pretending to be a monster to protect. Go to the pub in Chester. Is it Chester? I can't remember. Ye Old King's pub. Go to that pub. That's almost like that. It's being sold by the state, isn't it? Basically to pay debts. Yes, Scorpion. I think it is. Yeah, basically. What, pay debts that Jacqueline Nunes owns, or I don't know. What do they call that in America? They call it something in America, and I can't remember what the term is now. There's a term for it. I can't remember. I think it's called the National Register of Historic Places. Your father-in-law had a house that qualified, but once you're on the list, they tell you exactly what colour to paint. Yes, yeah, it can be a paint. Yeah, no, you've got to stick to the standards of the society when they do that place, that kind of thing. Roger Boyne, I don't know if I said low, so I'll say it now. In Ireland, if you knock something protected down, you just pay a fine or pay a politician with a brown paper bag. We have protected buildings around me. In fact, one of them, I didn't even know was protected until after I did the abandoned Explode, by the way, on my video like 10 years ago. There's no pump power station. But that is a protected building, but that's falling apart, you know, so... If I pay 2,000 a night to ghost hunt, I want a whole bingo boy. Me too, fucking man, me too. If he's going to make it a community buy, does all donators have stock? That's it. That is interesting, actually. I don't know. Would that be a thing? Brian Yates, welcome. He wants to treat it like a historical landmark, using the GoFundMe to pay for the house. Any left would go to fix it, and has people willing to fix it. As a historical landmark, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Humdinger, welcome. Foreclosure, girly twirly, thank you. That's the word I was looking for. The more you can get, then he plans to make it where it is cheap enough for people to go and tour as well as investigate. Okay, if that's the case, I'm okay with that part. I'm okay with that. Like I said, I've said it many times. When it comes to haunted places, if you want to charge a tiny bit for the upkeep, I'm alright with that. But when you start charging in the hundreds to even the thousands, I'm out. I'm out. You know, and this is my argument all the time. Do you want to prove to people that the paranormal or the other side exists? If that's the case, stop charging $2,000 a night for it. You're not in it for the science, you're in it for the money, if that's the case. And I'm talking in general now, people who charge that amount for things like that. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. You know? I'm not a fan. Jacqueline still owns it until the auction, as she is only in default and could possibly pay it by the... Oh, so she could technically still buy it back then. Is that what that's saying? Brent Mackey, welcome. The thing in the cage is just a saucy which was kept there, but it makes money, so it's a clever move on Amy's crypt. Well, look, Amy, sorry. She seems very nice, and her husband, I can't remember his name, sorry. Jared. They seem like a nice couple. I like them. I'm not a fan of their ghost tube business. I think it's, well, I know it's utter bollocks actually, but people keep using it in their paranormal investigations, and they're like, oh, we're not doing this because it's coming up with paranormal things. We're doing it because we're bored. Don't use it then. That's my argument with those apps. I was going to make a video about it the other day, but I forgot. Right? But I do believe that anyone who buys a haunted location, you know, and it's like, look, we've bought this haunted location, can't wait to show it to you. That's a business venture. That's not a scientific venture. That's a business venture. I don't care who you are. I don't care how nice you are. That is a business venture. And, you know, if you want to do it for a business, fine. That's fine. Just be upfront about it. That's all I ask. They won't, you know, nobody should care what I say when it comes to that. I'm not paying the money. But in my eyes, that's a business venture. That's not a scientific venture. The thing is, the cage... sorry, I've read that. Kathy Lee, welcome. I'd buy it and put it back to a resident. It's a beautiful... Exactly, the Amityville house. People flock to that all the time because of the bullshit the family whose name I can't remember now made up. They 100% made it up. People still go to that house, but people actually live there. They don't want people going there. It's a private land, but people still go there because of the bloody stories which were made. I can't remember the family name now. You know, the stories, the movies. People still go there. So if the Arnold estate is bought by a private resident and somebody just lives there, enjoys the house, I think that'd be the best outcome for that place, in my opinion. The American Joe Show, welcome. I wonder if ancient civilizations focused on conjuring spirits all over the earth. They communicated with the spirits of the people that were sacrificed. I think they did. Ancient civilizations definitely did. They own GhostTube. I know they own GhostTube. They made it. I know. When it comes to apps, I am so the other side of the spectrum when it comes to like people who I'm friends with who are paranormal investigators. I'm the other side when it comes to apps. I genuinely don't understand why people use them myself. I think it makes the investigation look fucking stupid. I'm just going to say it right now. That's my opinion. Kitvar, I don't know if I said hello. Yes, I did say hello actually, Kitvar. So, you know, what's going on? The Lutz family, yes, thank you, Kitvar. I thought you were just saying lulls. Dan, be reasonable. You can't expect these folks to be honest. How would they make all their money? Sir Pomp, welcome. Jerry Sats, welcome. Seeming nice is how the business works. This GoFundMe thing seems like a massive grift. I don't know if it's a grift. But in my eyes, I do believe the GoFundMe is being set up for the wrong intentions. The intention's good, sorry. The wrong outcome. That's my opinion. It should be a family home. Unfortunately, the decades of grifting have made it too expensive to ever be anything but a haunted experience business. Well, this is the thing. No problem, Cobra. Thanks for stopping by. It's priced the way it's priced because of the money it's generated over the years. The Arnold estate we're talking about now. The Conjuring House. Oh, sorry. I got hiccups also. I gotta have a drink. One sec. One sec. Sorry. But yeah, that place is priced the way it is because of the money it's generated, the business is generated for the area as well over the years. So, you know, that's supply and demand. You know, that kind of thing racks the price up of anything when it makes enough money. But, yeah, if a private family bought it, that could be a really nice house without having people go there and, you know, just treat it as a haunted attraction. Yeah. What percent is that refreshing drink? It is 0%. 0 sugar, 0 caffeine. That's what it is. It's not alcohol. Skytalker, thank you for the 21 months. I cannot give it back to you, unfortunately, but welcome. I appreciate it. Nisa, thank you for the 10 gifted. Extremely appreciated. If you had that gifted, please thank Ms. Nisa. Very much appreciated and welcome. Disagree. If they GoFundMe, they can buy the location. Jason can get it fixed. Then his plan is to make this place affordable to all, and the money the place makes goes back into maintaining the house. If that's true, if it's like, I don't know, I'm throwing a number out from the few places I've been to, haunted places, haunted. If it's like, for one night, if you want to go there for one night and it's under $100, I'd be okay with that. I'd be okay with that. Because that covers upkeep, bills of the place. You know, I'm okay with that. It's when places start charging $2,000, ridiculous amount of money for anyone. That's like a month and a half's rent for me that you can go pay to go to the Warren House for one fucking night. I didn't mean to swear then, but that stuff enrages me so much that they overprice it and outprice. You know, people who genuinely want to go there, they outprice them. That's what happens to these places. Like the what's it called? The Cage, Amy's Crypt thing. It's not open yet. I don't know when it's going to open. I don't know how much they're going to charge. If they keep that in, because it's in Britain, if they keep that and like 80 quid a night, even 100 quid. That's the hotel room price of a hotel room these days, so I'm okay with that. If it goes anything above that, like 200 quid or whatever, 300 quid, that's when I see it as nothing but a business venture, and you're not doing it for the paranormal. That's what I always say. If you do that and you overprice things, you're not doing it for the paranormal. You don't want nothing to do with the paranormal. You're saying it is, but you're not. That's nothing but making money. And if you want to make money, that's fine. Bloody property developers do it all the time. Landlords, they do it all the time. There's nothing wrong with that. It's up to you. But don't say you're buying it for the paranormal aspect and then charge $2,000. You can fuck all the way off over there with that shit. I don't know why I'm getting so worked up, Sir Pomp. But thank you for the membership. Very much appreciated. But what's it? Like I said, all opinions are welcome here. Be cool about it, all right? Don't be nasty about it. But all opinions are welcome here. I always welcome other people's opinions, whether you agree with me or not. What do you lot think? What do you lot think about the GoFundMe? And you can be honest, but don't be nasty about it. It would be a nice idea if Jason and contributors won it, restored it, and sold for profit as a private residence, and they all make the profit. Maybe. When you think of it, Jason's daughter, the hubby, and the owner are the reason for the Conjuring House getting so much bad press. Well, this is the other part of that now, right? So, say Jason Hawes does get it. Like I said, he'll put it in an LLC, so I don't know what control he'll have over it. But if he does get it, what's their names? I forgot their names. Cody and Satori. Would they be the main proprietors of that place once again? Which, that whole shit, like 3 or 4 years ago, everyone, was up in arms about it, or they're toe tapping shit. Would they then go back there and we're now the tour guides, so to speak? I think that's a yes. Myself, Jason does not understand the repair costs are over $1 million. The people who might get it before auction have been in talks about this since it was still open. Yeah. Amy will open it after you rig it. Just playing. I still have some Channel 18 items to send you, Dan, but I don't think it... Oh, the P.O. Box. Oh, Lumi Bear. I know. I'm a nightmare. I'm a bloody nightmare, honestly. My world is consumed by work and not thinking about work when I get home from work, unfortunately, so I forget things. But I hope to do something soon, Lumi Bear. I do appreciate it. My home is historic and will charge £200 per night, but it's not haunted. There you go. Restoration costs might be sky high, but if he wins it, he has friends to help restore it for free and minimal cost, or their own time. At least he and other plumbers, and the other plumbers can do what without hiring others. The plumbing will be the best plumbing that house will ever see if they get it. Let's be honest with that. What hotels do you stay at? When I stay at one, I'm no less than $250. Don't forget you have staff there. We go to different hotels. Trust me. When in my old job, I used to work all around the country. I'd be prepping hotels for 50 quid a night, the most dingiest hotels ever. Sometimes I go to a Premier Inn. People don't like Premier Inns. I think they're bloody brilliant. And I used to never pay more than 80 quid a night for a hotel room. Any more than that, I'd sleep on the bloody streets. I wouldn't, but $250, that's insane. I don't go to the Hilton. I'm joking, obviously, but yeah, that seems steep to me, $250. They should abandon it and then you go explore it. No, I genuinely would like to go there because of the history. I'd like to go there. Don't like the fact that he asked for money for it, though. Well, like I said, even if he was a multi-millionaire, I have no idea. I have no idea if Jason Hawes is a multi-millionaire. I have no idea. Even if he was, people shouldn't expect him to buy it. But then again, if you want to buy it, you have to probably... I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Cody gives me Weasel vibes. I'm thinking they might bring in the one... And AN fired because the spirits told her he was stealing. Oh, what was he, like a caretaker or something? Yeah, that's ridiculous. That the spirits told her he was stealing. It's ridiculous. Yes, that is ridiculous. I know, he shouldn't have got fired for that. That was my first thought, Satori. Once whores, always a whore. There's no offense to any whores. I think, without a doubt, if Jason Hawes does get it, I think Cody and Satori will be back in that building. No doubt. No doubt doing their toe tapping thing. 100%. Last hotel with the discount was $133. Bloody hell. Wait, that's about 80 quid in real money. $133, I think. I don't know what the sterling to dollar is at the moment, but I think it's close to 80 quid, so I'm alright with that. If it costs more than a night in Disneyland, it's too much. Less than that seems to be right to me as it's an attraction, so should go by attraction prices. Fair point. Sam Borgman, welcome. What does it do for the paranormal? Opening up a not haunted house for everyone to investigate in, the reasoning makes no sense. Well, yeah, no, I agree with you, Sam. This is what I was saying in the beginning. If you want to open it up for the Civil War history connected to it, I'm all for that. If you want to open it for the paranormal history, that's not history, that's just stories told by people. That's not history. So that part I think is the wrong way to go about it. I agree with you, Sam. It's like rent has gone crazy. My son is paying 1,250 quid a month. I pay insane amount. I'm a single bloke with one income. It's fucking hard. I didn't mean to swear then, but it is. So I understand when it comes to rent. Even Premier Inn and Travelodge can often be 130 a night now. Well, last time I went to the Premier Inn was in the centre of London, by the way. 4.5 years ago, and I paid £80. But that was 4.5 years ago. No, it's actually it was pre-pandemic, so it was probably going on 6 years ago now, thinking about it. 6 years ago. Spaghetti alla Ponapali. Welcome. Infinity, welcome. I think if someone buys it because they truly believe it is haunted, they should set up cameras everywhere, inside and out, no people at all visiting 24/7 live streaming. Yeah, I'd like that. With no people interfering. Yes, I'm for that. You wouldn't look for a GoFundMe if you were trying to buy a house. I don't think you should be. No, I don't either. I think GoFundMe should be for specialty things. Like, for charity and stuff. What else does people have done GoFundMes for? I genuinely don't know. I don't really look into that stuff, actually. It's not credible that Jason can't work out how they're doing it. It's bullshit, right? We're talking about Cody and Satori now. He knows 100% what's going down with it. Those two. He can't say it. It's his daughter. I understand. I totally understand that. But we can say it. He knows, right? But like I said this years ago, people said it years ago, he's not going to throw his daughter under the bus. That's a fact. He wouldn't. But yeah, he 100% knows it's bollocks. But he has to be impartial because it's his daughter. And I understand that part of it. I don't think they go back after the whole Conjuring drama. Scorpion, I think they will. I mean, I don't know. What are they doing? I genuinely have no idea what Cody and Satori are doing in the last year or so. I don't keep up on that stuff, so I don't know. I just don't think Jason is going to get it. Matt is worth over 50 minutes. Yeah. Well, that's the thing I agree with Jason Hawes on. He didn't name them, but obviously Matt Rife and Elton Castee, they've said they're interested in getting it. Not in so many words. So when Jason Hawes is saying he's doing it to stop other people getting it overpriced, I'm fully with him on that one. I'm with him on that one. Because if they get it, it's... Well, look at the Warren House. The most non-haunted place with no stories connected to it is now the most haunted museum in America. Apart from Zach Bagans, of course. If it's famous person's house, I would pay to visit. Famous writer, music. Me too, Alexis. That part, I have done that. I'm fine with that. Jake Haas has a GoFundMe to help him pay for his house. Really? I would not set up a GoFundMe for that. That's my opinion. I'd set it up for something a bit better than that. Myself. I would not be setting up a GoFundMe for that. I donated to Beardo's one because I think that's for a brilliant cause. The Conjuring House, I'm not going to donate to that one. I get a Z hotel in London for £90-ish a night earlier this year. Queen bed, enough room to swing a cat and a big... See, 90 quid, that's fine for me. I'd be alright. I've never been to a Z hotel though. Mr. Prism, welcome. Oh, excuse me. We had people commit crimes and then go on a GoFundMe to beg for money. It's ridiculous. No one should expect Jason to attack his... Exactly, Cree. I agree with him. Nobody's good... And I agree, if it's my daughter, behind the scenes, I'd be like, oh, wait, what are you doing? But I'd never go on a video and say my daughter's full of shit. I would never do that. And I would never expect him to do that. So I understand that part, full stop. If Cody and Satori get it, it will come out in retirement and make videos again. Oh, right. I'll come out in retirement. Satori has an Etsy shop. All right. What's she selling? Buying a house is one thing, and J. Carter asking for money for his house is iffy. Oh, you mean J. Carter is doing it for his house, you mean? Well, this is to say... Oh, right, this is to say it possibly being torn down, not for him to live in. Yeah, I do find that a bit weird myself. I do find that a bit weird. They do the same as they were, just more private. I think they used to be private, don't they? According to Tory Tours, Toe Tappings, until... What was it? Exploring with Josh, I think. First filmed them doing it. I don't know. As long as Matt Rife doesn't get it, but they have wanted it for a long time. Haley, welcome, by the way. So how is it for the community? Are the donors going to get free admission? Are they going to get a percentage profit from the business? I don't know why people trust Jason so easily. Someone did say that early on in the chat. What they say? If you donate to the GoFundMe to own a house, do you own a percentage of stocks in that house? If it's going to be marketed as an attraction. It's bloody interesting. It's bloody interesting. We'll open a GoFundMe for you to get more Hawaiian shirts. Hey, there's a GoFundMe which is right. It's not. Don't do that. Gingy, welcome. Sorry if I missed people coming in, by the way. I'm trying to read everyone's stuff. GoFundMe should strictly be for charity and people struggling with medical bills. I agree on that one. Pastor Pervert always makes me smile. She sells stones and crap. Oh, okay. I read Sky Talker's message as her royal jelliness then, not Jenniness, but you know. One Annalise, what's up, bro? Welcome. Technically, Rhode Island Paranormal first filmed them tap in. It is one of my videos, and then they invited Josh. Oh, okay, right, okay, I didn't know that. Martin, welcome. How many OGs are here because we are procrastinating? So Mr. Grey was live, you inclusive, Mr. Grey. Hey, respect. I don't know what, I was going to do like a sign or something, and I thought, nah, I better not. Could be gangs out there which do that. I don't know. Then I'd be in trouble. The thing, right, that annoys me the most about the Conjuring House, which annoys me about it, is the story connected to it. Originally, from the 1970s, and the Perrin family were there, right? That's the thing that annoys me the most, is because when you look into it, as we know now, didn't when the films came out, but most people didn't. As we know now, that Bathsheba stuff is utter bollocks. She wasn't a witch, she was just a normal person. And the name Bathsheba only came up when Caroline Perrin looked into the history of it and saw this name. Oh, what's that name? And then obviously Lorraine Warren went there and in the seance said, yes, it's Bathsheba Sherman. That's where her name came into it. So that whole shit about being cursed by Bathsheba was completely made up in the 70s. And this now, you know, if you ask people now, it's fact. That's what annoys me the most about the Conjuring House. It's fact now. Fact, I should say, inverted commas. It's fact now that that's what happened in the Conjuring House. Nothing to do with the 200 odd years before that. But anything from the 70s onwards to today, that's the history of the Conjuring House now. Nothing to do with the earlier history. That's the thing that annoys me the most about this, and that's why this, I believe this GoFundMe is doing it for the wrong reasons. But if he's doing it for the real history, I'm all for that. Again, I still wouldn't do a GoFundMe. I'm going back on myself. I still wouldn't do a GoFundMe for it, but if somebody wants to buy it to preserve the history, the real history, I'm down with that. I am down with that. Yeah, Jason said he set up as a limited liability company that can go all sorts of sideways. Yeah. I got pneumonia at the moment, but it's turned into old monia. I hope you feel better, Sky Talker. I'm sure Jason is having to hassle with the IRS and other tax issues over getting donations to restore a house and the donors invest in legally. Do you know what? Now you bring that up, I genuinely don't know the legal aspects of setting up a GoFundMe to buy a house or like a listed building or something. Is it listed anymore? I don't know. I genuinely don't know the legal aspect of that, actually. That's interesting. Hunks Lamb, welcome. Cody and Satori still have a channel. They travel to places and once in a while they do investigations. Haven't watched them in ages. Okay. It's all bull and it bugs me. That people hold it in such high regard as just an old house. Me too, Gingy. It's the same with 30 East Drive. That place bugs the shit out of me. That people hold that bloody place in such high regard in the UK. It pisses me off. It's just an old bloody worn down house. That's all it is. I've been there. It's bloody boiling. I slept on the settee under the haunted mirror. I didn't get possessed. So I was really disappointed that when I woke up, to be honest with you. If the house goes to an owner who does not believe Andrea, then Andrea's fame and money is over. That is why I think she wants to save it. Maybe. Here's the only difference between Elton, Matt buying Warren House and Jason buying Conjuring House. They paid for it with their own money. Jason is going to buy it with the viewers' money. Yeah, as much as we slam Overnight for buying the Warren House, at least they used their own money. So yeah, I agree with that, yeah. They were just on the Jim Harold podcast. I don't know who Jim Harold is. Donating to GoFundMe definitely would not give you a share in the building. You would need another GoFundMe to pay for the lawyers, especially in the US. Yeah, there you go. Is the house even structurally sound? I don't know. Somebody said it needs repairs, but it looks fine. I don't know. It looks better than most of the houses I live by. So I generally don't know. It would be nice to set the Conjuring House. It would be nice to see the Conjuring House was set up as a museum with its real history and the fake stuff, but it will be preserved. Yes. Set up as a historical museum on the Civil War history, not the paranormal history. I agree. The DFDS podcast. You like the UK version of Ryan from our show? Seriously, I haven't seen it. I'll have to check out your podcast. Welcome, by the way. It would be Jason's name on thousands of people can't own the house. Yeah, it's true. Just now had a new TV washing lap blanket delivered to me door, done them on sale, and it came presented as an Xmas present. Halloween hasn't gone past yet. What do you mean Christmas? If he doesn't get the house, will he give... Yes, B25 girl, yes. Jason Hawes in the GoFundMe has stated if he doesn't win, all donations will be refunded. So that's already up there up front. Fair play to him. Dawn, welcome. What happens to the money people donate if he goes... Yeah, like I said, all the donations, as stated on the GoFundMe, will be refunded if he doesn't win the Conjuring House. It has structural issues. Okay. TCH was actually built by Italian man Constantine during... You like your little jokes, Sky Talker. Fair play to you. I like you. Seg said it needs repairs badly when he was there. Pretty drafty old place, but the foundation is solid. Like I said... There's worse houses where I live. But I understand that. Not the C word. Who said the C word, Roger Boyne? I didn't. I don't think I did. Look how yellow I am. I forgot how yellow I bloody look in this camera. I haven't got jaundice for those just joining. I messed my camera colours up and I forgot to put it back. So, just saying. They're combining Christmas and Halloween decorations now. I saw ghoulish gingerbread decorations the other day. Bastards. If you were mega rich, what historical building would you buy? If I was... How mega rich are we talking? What historical building would I buy? I would buy... It would be a castle or something. That's where I would buy. I don't know which one, but it would absolutely be a castle. And I'd live in the bugger as well. Central Eaton would be a bit of a nightmare, though. Going by what the county said, it has lots of things structural and safety-wise that makes the house not sound currently. So how long has it been like that then? How long has it been not so structurally sound? Has it been whilst people have been going there for investigations? Vicky Eich, welcome. I braved the storm. Yeah, oh yeah, it's proper stormy out there. My hair went everywhere. It's ridiculous. Don't know about structural issues. Much of it is from being kind of abandoned. Is it abandoned? No, I thought it was still kept up by like paid caretakers and handymen. I thought it was. I don't know. Stu Farrell, welcome. You'd buy Westminster, Jerry. Nice. The House of Wigs. Okay. Are you going to be live tomorrow? I'm making a video about you. I think you should see. Oh, Jesus Christ. Possibly, Stu, yes. It might be Alan Wake stuff tomorrow. I don't know. I got stuff to do. I've been trying to do stuff for like all week because I've just been knackered getting home from work this week. Procrastinating way too much. And yeah, so possibly live tomorrow. We already have Pepper Norton in the supermarket. I don't know what that is. We are months away from the 5th of December. 5th of December is a very special day. I'm just saying. Oh, excuse me. It looks like you're using the lens that they used when they filmed something in Mexico. Yeah, I don't know what I've done. I've messed with the colour bloody aspect of it. I don't know what I was doing. There was no civil war in Rhode Island. Rhode Island contributed Union support to factories, ports, and a few other things. New England had... No, I'm not saying they had a civil war, but I think the history, the date of the building goes back to this. That's what I meant. It goes back to the Civil War. Well, one of the wars you Americans had on your soil. I can't remember which one now. The house was built in 1732. It predates the Revolutionary War. There you go. MrGrey at the Hampton Castle. No. If I was mega rich, the castle I would buy, it'd be the old style with turrets on it and dungeons and stuff, which I could sleep in at night just to feel comfortable with myself. I'm joking, but I would absolutely buy a castle. It got bad while Jacqueline Nunez owned it. I hope to get pics inside it. So you can still go inside the building at the moment then. It's not closed down completely then, is it? Is it? So, do you still have to pay to get in it? Is this still a haunted attraction right now? I honestly don't know. Neil Jones, welcome from Wales. Welcome. How's it going? Remember the 5th of December? No. How is it a civil war? Not very civil in my opinion. That is true still. We had the King Philip's War, but not in that area. Yeah. I'd buy a cottage with a garden in either Whitby or Porthmadog. Oh, okay, nice. I'd buy Gile Castle. Where's that? Can we still go to the virtual walkthrough of the Conjuring House? It was online, MrGrey. Check and let's walk. I don't know. I don't think I've ever done that, actually. Probably not. Where would that be? Virtual walkthrough of the Conjuring House. How do I look at that? The Conjuring House for PC. I don't think that's it. Watch step-by-step walkthrough. Oh, wait. Hang on. Oh, no. It's a bloody game. I don't know. If somebody knows what that is, point me to it. We'll have a look. I don't know. Who are we saying is likely to buy it? Well, Stu, we're talking about Jason Hawes put the GoFundMe up to buy it. Like I said, for anyone who joined in the beginning, all opinions are welcome here. Whether you agree with me or disagree with me, or if you have a strong opinion on one thing or another, just be cool about it. But I welcome anyone's opinion. Castles are great. Mrs. Prism, I agree. I love a good castle. My first castle I ever went to was in Pembrokeshire Castle. I went with the school and I think I was 8 years old and I was mesmerised. And I genuinely thought I saw a pool of tiny little few spots of blood on the floor. And I thought that's probably some soldiers from like 600 years ago, not realising, that can't be true. Because the blood was like wet. So it wasn't blood. That's what I thought as a kid. Pembrokeshire Castle. It was the first castle I ever went to. And ever since, I've loved castles. We cannot still go inside. Okay, right, I got you. It's the 5th of December, your birthday, Mr. Prison. I wasn't going to bring it up. But yes, it's my birthday. I never, ever bring my birthday up. And that's genuine, I don't. People usually have to tell me, your birthday's soon. Oh, is it? Oh, yeah, it is. I'm useless at my own birthday. The current nobility didn't abandon the castles for no reason. They're impossible to make. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Didn't, I read somewhere that Nicolas Cage used to own his own castle, and I think that's fucking brilliant. I think that's great. Only Nicolas Cage could do something like that and seem normal about it. Jason Horrors would be a much better outcome than Overnight. I agree. I do agree on that. I'd love to go to the Renaissance Fair. I've always wanted to go to one. I've seen them online. I've always wanted to go. I'd I'd dress up if I went to one of those. I've always wanted to go to one. The house needs to go to a historical society who would preserve it, not turn it into a clown show like most. Or My Haunted Hotel. Yeah, I agree, B25. And like I said, I thought years ago it was part of a historical society, but I don't think it is anymore. I don't know. Didn't Grant buy a hotel ages ago? Not sure if he still owns it. I don't know, Nisa. Sandrine Douglas, welcome. Mr. Grey, don't need a castle. He lives in Wales. We have a lot of castles, but we can't live in them, unfortunately. As much as I'd like to. Slane Castle having 80,000 in your garden every year. Where's Slane Castle? I don't know that castle. The GoFundMe is currently shy of $25,000. Okay. Ghost Blood, that's where he was, in Pembrokeshire Castle. I wrote an article that might be published about the sale, and it would be good to update it. Oh, okay. Interesting. Your birthday is December 5th. Mine is the 7th. Yes, I am a Sagittarius, if you want. 2 days after my brother's. Oh, nice. 3rd of December, same as Ozzy. Nice. I'd love to buy a castle ruin of no historical importance and build a nice practical modern house just incorporated into Nasi Lumi Bear. That's why I disagree with you there. If I had a castle, I would not put anything modern into it other than internet. I'd want it to still look like a castle. I'd live in a dungeon. I'd build I chop down trees, build a fire, drink mead. It's disgusting. Mead is disgusting, but I drink it because I'm in a castle. I'd play with my sword all night. Actual sword, not the thing you were thinking of. Thank you very much. It's getting a bit ridiculous now, isn't it? I also want to go to a Ren fair, but since I found out it's also a huge meetup for swingers. Is it? Is it really? That's brilliant. That wouldn't do me any good because you got to have a partner to be a swinger, haven't you? I don't know. A Ragitarius. Loads of areas worth exploring in Anglesey. Neil, I've been to Anglesey quite a few times. In fact, I almost went up last weekend because my father and my brothers, they're all bikers. And they go to Anglesey every year. And I was supposed to go up there with them this week, but something came up, so I didn't. But I've been to Anglesey a lot, and I love the place. In fact, Neil, you might know, there's a place when I'm driving, I say now, it's probably about 20 miles or so outside of Anglesey. Maybe it's not Anglesey somewhere. But there's this place, whenever I'm driving on the country roads in North Wales, it's high up in the mountain. It looks like a small castle. Or like what's it called? An abbey, an old monk's abbey. I've always wanted to go there, but I never have the time to pull over to go up because I'm always with people driving up. I plan to soon, Neil. I don't know if you know what that is. Almost went this year to the Elf Fantasy Fair, and they celebrate at the castle, but most days were sold out. Maybe next year. Love to see the fancy outfits in the castle. I'd love to go to things like that. I'd love to. I'm an absolute fucking nerd, deep down, honestly. Honestly, I'm such a nerd. I love that shit. I would absolutely live in Castle Grayskull, Mish Bobs. Yes, I would. Any house can become a castle if you build some fortifications on it and stick a moat or wall around it. How did you classify it as a castle then, or just a house with water around it? Do you have to go through a classification process for that? I don't know. A toilet would be nice. They have thunderboxes, one at least for that. Dig a hole in the ground. Visited the UK in July. Went to Windsor and Arundel Castles. Nice. Mead is lovely. I think I've only tried it once about 20 odd years ago, so I don't know. I think it was too sweet for me last time I tried it. I don't know why, but I can definitely see you as Henry VIII. Wait, 5, 6, 7. 7th. Dan. Was he a good king? I know Henry VIII wasn't, but Henry VII? Or did you mean Henry VIII? I know I know he was a fat ginger. Anyway, I'm ginger, I'm not quite fat. Not yet. In fact, I'm losing weight. Thank you very much, doctor, who said I was obese like a year or so ago. Fucker. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. I generally could have an argument with myself in my brain, and I do many times. Anyway. Most Haunted did a fake one on South Stack Lighthouse. We need a fresh crew. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, probably. Raji, good old northeastern word. Oh, okay. I did not know that. It'd still be a castle ruin. I just have something I could enjoy from behind a nice warm window. Yeah, I suppose, because the UK has terrible winters. So yeah, I can understand that part, actually. Slain Castle concerts are legendary. Metallica, Rage Against the Red Hot Chili Peppers, sorry, all on YouTube. Oh, okay. I'll have to look up. Gothic Rose, welcome. Auto Clock, welcome. That's the Welsh HQ for White Castle. I only ever drove through Slain. It's a nightmare. Grant bought the Mount Washington Hotel in New Hampshire. So is the Mount Washington Hotel classed as a haunted hotel, or is it just a hotel? I don't know. There's a house in Newcastle that looks a little like a castle. It was the first one in the area to be built purely with concrete, and they sold it in a raffle. And they didn't really... In a raffle? Why didn't I know about this? By the power of Grayskull, I have the bollocks. Everywhere in Ireland is haunted. I like Ireland. I've only been there once in my life. I was 16 years old. Can't remember which part of it was now. I went over on the ferry with my dad. We stayed there for like 6 hours. I really enjoyed it. I'd like to go there for a proper stay, like, you know. We did Blarney Castle years ago on a trip. Oh, nice. Most kings were great. No, that is true. You did mean the 8th. You don't want to know the details of the toilets and the habit of the people doing... Oh, no, I know the details, Annalise. I know the details. GoFundMe to get MrGrey here to St. Augustine Lighthouse. There you go. There's a GoFundMe I'll stand behind. I'm joking. Don't do that. But I would very much like to go there one day. And Gettysburg, yes. I meant the hot Eric Bana version. Did he play King Henry VIII? I like Eric Bana. I didn't know he played the king. Christmas trees and decorations in the shop since the warm days of September. Yeah. I actually, and it was in my head for the rest of the day, I actually heard a Christmas song in a shop the other day. We haven't even got through bloody Halloween yet. You know, calm your tits, people. That's all I'm saying, you know. Let's get through Halloween first, before we start singing Christmas songs, because I absolutely will sing Christmas songs. I once stayed in a reproduced Iron Age fort in Wexford. There were costumes there too. We wore them and ended up going shopping in Dunn's in the costumes. No one batted an eyelids. If anyone's One of my favourite places to go to, and it's free to get in, by the way. You just have to pay for parking. If anyone is ever in South Wales, go to St Fagans, close to Barry. It's the best. It's the Welsh Museum of History, and it's just this, like, it's almost like a small village of all historical buildings, real buildings, by the way, taken down brick by brick from places where they originally were, then rebuilt at this outdoor museum. It's the best. If you're ever in South Wales, go to St Fagans. It's the best place ever. And it's free to get in. And that has all the history from the Iron Age, the Stone Age, from medieval times to the 1960s. It's really good. I love that place. One of my favourite places to go. Newcastle has been voted the 7th most haunted city in the UK. Really? I've never been to Newcastle, so I don't know. Wasn't Henry VIII the wife killer? Yes, he was. Many, many times. Gotta come over for the Guinness. Don't go to the Temple Bar. I like Guinness. I've never been to a Temple Bar. There were loads of supposedly haunted places in York, but I lived there for years and never saw one unless you count the tourist attractions. I think MrGrey maybe the old Monksty and the mental hospital in Denbigh area. It was on top of a mountain. Whenever I see it, when I'm driving, I look up to the right, and it's not like a mountain with roads. It's literally on top of a mountain. You have to probably hike up, and it looks like an old ruin on top. It's not. I don't know. I don't think it's. I don't know. I don't know what it is. But I want to go there. All this historical talk is making me miss the Camelot theme park, the American Adventure. Anglesey is pretty well getting over the storm. We had most of the storm yesterday, but we only had the edge of it, I think. When we get the word loo from Gardeloo, which is what people said before they threw their piss out the water, out of the window. Really? I knew they used to throw out the window, but I didn't know they said Gardeloo. I didn't know that. See, you learned something new on this stream. Temple Bar is like the Eston Casting Matt Rife of pubs. Okay, yeah, I'll avoid that one. Is the fun fair still at Barry Island? Steve Lacey, I don't know, but you just brought up a good point. And this was the reason I was going to go with Parple on the 28th to Porthcawl. My childhood was built there. I love that place. But Parple was busy. The fairground in Coney Beach in Porthcawl is shutting down, I think it's this month. I really want to try and go there before it does. It's shutting down this month. That fairground was first built, I think it was, when was it? In the 1920s or earlier. And it's about to shut down and be replaced by in flats or some shit. That is the death of Porthcawl, if you ask me. For those, if you've never been to Porthcawl, you don't know. I'm very sad about it. Very sad about it. But yeah, the fairground's shutting down after over 100 years of being up. It's very sad. And I do plan on going, not to ride the fairgrounds attractions, but just to have a look around before it shuts down, because I spent a lot of my childhood there. I'm very sad. I love St. Fagans. It's amazing. Paula, it's one of my favourite places to go, honestly. And it's free to get in. That's the best place. I might be coming down to South Wales next year, so I'll make it. Yes, Mishbobs, absolutely. I'd like to see Chillingham Castle next time I fly over. The name alone is awesome. I can't imagine a Geordie ghost. Ooh, why iPet? Sunny, you in Rumney now? Oh, okay. Put a link in the Discord for the walkthrough, right? I'm not going to stream for too much longer, but if we can have a look at this walkthrough. Ooh! A genuine walkthrough of the Conjuring House. Who's that? Who's that? Which one's that? Is that? Oh shit! I'm going all over the place. We've all seen this house in videos, obviously, but I've never done this walkthrough. This is pretty cool. That's really cool. We'll have a look around now. Mr. TNT may bring Vlad and Vlad and the Count into Castle Stones before. All right, I was getting so confused then, Neil. The memories of family outings to Coney Beach and Centre. Yeah, I know. It was the 80s for me and the 90s, but honestly, it's very sad that place is shutting down. Actually looks like it. I missed this prison. I agree. How do I go forward? Oh, there you go. I agree. I don't know if I'd like to live in a place. It's too big for me. For little old me, but it's a stunning place. Look how nice this place is. Can you go down in the basement? You can. Bloody hell. Are we going to see anything? My biggest fan. Yeah, Seg's been down here, hasn't he? I had no idea the cellar was so big. Bloody hell. Oh. No, I want to go to the Conjuring House. Look at that. That's bloody amazing. Oh no, Jana. Coney Island's closing today. Oh, I'm gutted. I missed it. I am genuinely gutted. That's put me on a downer, that is. That has put me on a fucking downer now. I missed it. Genuinely gutted about that. I'm sad now. You have no idea. Oh, we'll go into that. I don't want to talk about this. But look at this. I had no idea this basement was so large. Must admit. Can I go through this door? I'm trapped. Hang on, let's have one more look. The other part. One sec. I'll get to chat now. I just want to get somewhere. Where were Cody and Satori doing the toe tapping? Was there in there? I can't remember. How do I bloody get out here? Is there a bit? How do I get out here? I can't get out of the basement. I'm trapped. It's like bloody Doom now. How do I get... Oh, there it is. Sorry. Hang on, I'll get to chat now. I just want to get back up here. But no, I think it's a really nice house. It's a really nice house, fair play. Look at that. Your own study. I'd love a place like that. Honestly. I mean, is this the same room? Oh yes, 2 doors. Okay. It's really nice. I mean, I hope it does get saved for the real historical part of this building. Preserved. Because it is a nice place. But not for the haunted bullshit. Leave that crap out of it. Right, anyway, sorry. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I'm depressed now. I'm depressed. I wanted to catch the fairground before it shut. I'm not going to make it now because I live 25 miles away from it. Very sad. Coney Beach is shutting down today. That's made me sad. Galway. I'd like to go to Galway. Quick go now. I can't. It's too late. It'll be dark by the time I get there. If I left now, I'm just gonna wallow in my own self-pity. Sad they probably put up a bunch of overpriced condos. I'm sure I read somewhere they're going to put... it's ridiculous. It infuriates me. I'm sure I read somewhere they're going to put up offices and flats. What a waste. That'll be the death of Treacle Bay, if you ask me. Not quite. You know what I mean. Do they speak English in Liverpool? Sort of. I'm joking. Yes, they do. I'm not one to say with my Welsh accent, so you know. I bet it doesn't look nearly as large. That is true auto clock. I think it's just a wide angle lens, so that's why it probably looks as that big. It still looks cool though. In all the games where they 3D scan a real place, they should do the basement. Absolutely. Is THC areas zoned for hotels or businesses? I know the neighbours don't want a sideshow made out of the Conjuring Hotel. I don't know. And Spange, welcome, by the way. Sorry if I've missed people coming in. Yeah, I know the neighbours don't want it and a haunted attraction again. But yeah. G. Wilson, thank you for the gifted membership. Extremely appreciated and welcome. If you had that gifted, by the way, please thank Mr. G. Wilson. Oh, excuse me. Did you know Coney Island is New York is named because it's shaped like a rabbit? Before they were called bunnies, before they were called cunnies or conies, but they changed it for obvious reasons. Wait, what? Oh, right, okay. Never mind. Oh, God. I wonder if there's legally distinct version of this plays in Phasmophobia. Oh, I'd play that. Debs Ells, welcome. Mr. Grey, would you fit in well in the Conjuring House, hiding in the shadows and jump scaring everyone? I've always said it'd be funny. It would be funny. I would never do that to someone. I'd do it to my brothers. I'd jump scare the fuck out of them. I wouldn't do that to normal people. I wouldn't want to scare people. It would be funny though, let's admit. Yeah. I was gutted when they knocked down the ultimate beast course at Lightwater Valley and never forgive Blackpool for getting rid of the log flume. Yeah. The waterfront will be redeveloped with up to 1,100 new homes, shops, and restaurants. I'm annoyed. I've gone from depression now to sad to really fucking annoyed. Pardon my language, by the way. It annoys me that Coney Fairground is going away for freaking shops. They already have restaurants there. Homes. No. There's a town right behind Treacle Bay, Coney Beach. There's a town right there. Put homes there. There's loads of places they can put homes there. Because what's going to happen now, if that is the case, they're going to put homes there. They're going to be overly priced beachfront homes, which only the rich will be able to buy. I'm not going to go on about it. Sounds like that came from the Dutch word for conjure. I've missed stuff now, right? Phasmophobia doing licensing agreement with various haunted locations would be interesting. They could do custom ghost models for the resident spirits here. There are about 25,000 castles in Germany. I think the country which has the most castles, where is it? I can't remember. I think it is a toss-up between Germany and the UK. I mean, the UK obviously has a couple of countries in it, but I can't remember which one it is now. Go there for the demolition. If I saw them dismantling that fairground, that would genuinely depress me. Because I've said this so many times. I spent a lot of my childhood in Porthcawl. My dad used to take me there on the weekends. And I had so many memories there. The arcades there in Treacle Bay. The fun pool. Mr. Peabody's over there. And then you'd walk like 10 minutes that way across the dunes and you had the Dirty Duck arcades. And then you had the fairground. Coney Beach Fairground. With the donkeys on the beach. Oh, it's going to make me sad, that is. I'm gutted. I'm gutted I missed it. It's a shame. Google says Germany. Oh, there you go. Germany has the most castles. Yeah, we got a lot in the UK as well. Dublin Council discovered a Viking settlement in the 60s, covered it up with rubble, then built on it. It makes me so angry. It makes me so angry, that kind of thing. Really does. Both just farmhouse and developments. Sad you'll have to go to American Coney Island now. I'd go there. I'd never been to America. I'd like to go one day. We went by Frankenstein's on German trip years ago. Did not stop. I was on the tour bus. I hate when places are waiting to be demolished. They look sad. And as far as I'm aware, the fairground was until today still running. I know its popularity probably dimmed a bit over the years, but I have so many memories of that place. Wasn't the Disney castle inspired by one in Germany? Yes. I used to know the name of it as well, but I can't remember. Which I think got knocked down now. Or maybe not knocked down. I can't remember. I think there's a fire there. I can't remember. Can you still walk past it before the demolition so you can at least see it from a distance? Well, yeah, you can. I think you can still walk past it. You know, because in Coney Beach, in Porthcawl, you got... yeah, I mean, me explaining it wouldn't matter unless you've been there. But you got like a beachfront road, not road, but like pathway which you can walk across. And then you got the beach there, and you got the fairground there. You know? And, yeah. Oh, that's depressed me, guys. If the fairground was over 100 years old, they should have made it a historic park. I don't know. Maybe it'll bring more money to the place. I don't know. But it's disappointing. Because, you know, what are the kids going to do now? Probably going to PlayStations in the caravans. I don't know. But, you know, the fairground was the biggest attraction for kids. You know, in Porthcawl. So I don't know. And the arcades, don't even get me started about the arcades. The arcades of today are fucking shit. Back in my day, you had all the old classics: Street Fighter 2, Outrun, Double Dragon, Rastan, RoboCop, Bubble Bobble, Super Mario. I'm just going to list every single one off now, aren't I? So I won't. The arcades of today are terrible. Nothing but grabber machines now. And that's it. Why am I ranting? I tell you what, the older I get, the less it takes for me to start ranting about something. It's weird. Do you know what? They closed an arcade here last year. Oh, bloody hell. We used to go into casinos as kids. Really? Bloody hell. Anyway, I'm going to have to stop. Because this was mostly about the Conjuring House. Scoping Midas, no problem. Thanks, Don Bye. And I think we had a lot of opinions on it. You know, whether you disagree or agree. And like I said, I welcome anyone's opinion about that whole thing. Just be cool about it. Don't be nasty about it. And yeah, I'm gonna drink my sugar-free, untasted Coke of depression right now because of Coney Beach. But anyway, it is dinner time, Haley. It's been an hour and a half since I ate last time now, so I gotta eat. I'm a grown boy, you know. I got checked at ID for the local casino. I am unsurprised yet. But anyway, I'm going to wave out. Thanks for stopping by. Like I said, it was a random stream. I wasn't going to stream today. I'm hoping to stream Alan Wake tomorrow. I really need to get to the 2 videos I've been trying to make for the last 2 weeks, guys. Just been too busy in work and too bloody knackered after work. So I'm hoping to get to those as well, and they'll be up sometime over the next few days. But anyway, adios, Brent. And bye-bye all. Thanks to the gifted, as always. Thanks to the memberships. Always appreciated. And I hope you're all waving. Debs, you better be waving back. I expect everyone to wave back. I'm telling you now. Anyway, thanks for watching. And bye for now.